folks. Welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I am your host, Conrad Cushman, and with me today, I have Donnie.
What's up, everybody?
Derek in the house.
Yo, yo.
We are here to give a review of Ring of Honor Final Battle 2019. But before we get into that, folks, I need a couple of things to help out the channel. If you come on here and you like this video, more so for the video, you're helping me out, click the like button. I know some people are going to come in, dislike it for the show, whatever it may be. Do your thing, man. It is up to you however you want to do it. But make sure you click the like button. If you are also here in the chat, make sure you guys are chatting it up. Let me know what you thought of the show. We're going to run through everything for you, kind of give our thoughts on it. And this probably won't be a long one, but we're going to give our thoughts on the show best we can and kind of just put our feelings out there for Ring of Honor in general at this point. Other than that, guys, check out the links in the description box. We have a pretty sweet link for powerslam.tv. If you put in the code EPW show, guys get 1 free month on me on the house, so make sure you guys use that if you're running out or if you want to check it out, see the best independent pro wrestling in the world. Also have my grading scale down in the description, and we have our link tree where you can find the podcast, YouTube channel, and merch. Way to support some dope merch made by my man Rob 89 ESR in the chat. Who do we have in the chat tonight with us? We've got Ori on Progress. Hi Ori, how are you? We also have Jesus De Leon. My man Jesus. Connor Knows Wrestling. What's going on, brother? King Savage. Ooh, yeah. King Savage said, awesome show, better than watching SmackDown. RJ in the house, he said, didn't watch. Was it good? RJ, we got some mixed feelings on that. We're going to talk about it. So, with that being said, though, guys, come on in. Hope you like it. And if you haven't subscribed, tell a friend, tell someone. We're 12 subscribers away from 1K. Big wrestling weekend. It'd be really dope if we hit it. If we can get at least 3 or 4 people a day, we can hit it, guys. So pass the word to somebody. Conrad, I heard you love SmackDown. Negative, Jesus. I watched Ring of Honor tonight instead of that. Trust. Tonight's show took place from Baltimore, Maryland. On the commentary team, we had Ian, Colt, Caprice, usual team. They had a 1-hour pre-show, but they didn't really promote it like a pre-show. You guys weren't in the house for it. Did either of you get a chance to check any of it out? No. It was how do I want to put this? It was a pre-show without saying it was a pre-show. Basically, they made it sound like they gave you an hour for free. So it was on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you guys could watch it. We started off with Silas Young and Josh Woods versus Dalton Castle and Joe Hendry. This was a basic tag team match. I didn't see anything fancy in it, but Silas Young's in here with the Tom Selleck mustache. I mean, what more could you ask for in this? Him and Josh Woods have been doing this storyline, and they were the tag team. Kind of like I said in my predictions, they're the actual team versus guys who just come in and it's like, oh, well, they're not really a tag team, so what do you do? Basic tag match. Match ends with a slingshot into a running knee, and Young and Woods walk away. They're 6-0 as a tag team. Not bad. What's going on, Original Biggie, Goober, Jesus De Leon? What is up, everybody? I gave that a grade of a C. Basic tag match. I didn't really see too much there. ROH is trying to rebuild the tag team scene as far as I can see. What do you think, Donnie, of the tag scene in Ring of Honor? Are you...
Well, I will probably say more about that for the one tag team match on the main card. Because I have a lot to say about that match.
Okay. All right. D, any thoughts on the tag team division in Ring of Honor? Come on. What is it? Okay, be honest. What's holding you up here with this?
I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm just kind of speechless with it right now. I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
Jesus said better booked than the main roster for WWE. My man, what is that? Is it? I'm gonna say Dark Chasen. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. He said I only watched the main event. Bad match, but this will get people talking about ROH. And okay, all right, we'll get into that once we talk about it because we're starting from the top of it. He said he tuned in after SmackDown. All right. I guess it just depends on what your thinking is as far as while you're watching this show. 6-0. I gave it a C+. By the way, during this match, I got a shout out on the show, which was pretty cool. I was tweeting about Final Battle, and Ian gave me a shout out. So, Ian, I greatly appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. After this, we get Brian Zane from Wrestling with Regret. If you have not subscribed to his YouTube channel, highly recommend it. Just started watching his stuff over the past year. Really good stuff from Brian Zane. But he was an interviewer, and he was trying to get an interview backstage with the Allure. Brian Zane is a classic throwback to pro wrestling. Really fun what he did here. And Angelina Love basically said that she's not scared of Maria Manic for her match going on later on tonight. Basic stuff. Nothing that you wouldn't see that was too crazy. Then we get a promo from Alex Shelley comes out, and he starts bringing up Ring of Honor. I don't know if he was the right guy to put in this spot because his promo skills aren't like, whoa, it's Alex Shelley.
Right.
But he held it down enough to come out there and say some things. He kind of mentioned CM Punk, Samoa Joe, and them without saying their names. And then he brought up the people who were there now, who are still in Ring of Honor. Jay Lethal, the Briscoes, and Colt Cabana. Boom, boom, Colt Cabana did not have a match on here, and Alex Shelley felt offended kind of that him and Colt didn't have a match. So he challenged him to a match. Colt gladly accepted. And if you guys don't know, Colt Cabana's wrestling tomorrow as well. And he just got back from New Japan World Tag League. Colt Cabana is all over the place. Shout out to Yano. Just Colt Cabana is everywhere with it right now. What do you guys think of is Colt Cabana? Do you think he needs to slow down? Is he wrestling just enough for you? More?
Honestly, I want more.
More Colt Cabana?
I want more Colt Cabana, man.
Do you like his NWA style more, or do you like him doing the comedy wrestling?
Definitely NWA.
NWA style? What do you think?
Yeah, I would say NWA style. I mean, I like the comedy stuff, but at some point in time, it's got to change a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So the NWA style is a breath of fresh air because Colt Cabana could definitely wrestle, but he's also funny at the same time. But I just kind of prefer the NWA.
I don't know if two guys count as a trend. As far as what, Ori? Let me know what you were referring to with that one. After this, we get into a match that caught my interest. I like this match, but this goes back to the All Night Express. Rhett Titus versus Kenny King. I have two funny stories about both of them that I'm going to share real quick, just because, why not? So Kenny King, one time, I went to a show back in Buffalo in 2010. And the All Night Express were in a tag match, and Kenny King happened to be on the apron, and we were pretty close to ringside, and he could hear me and Rob in the chat talking about the Buffalo Bills, and Kenny King said the Buffalo Bills sucked, which they did at the time, and that you guys should be focused on me. Great heel work. And Kenny King put out this whole thing about him wrestling for the past few years, and if you have any memories, thank you. And I brought that story up to him, and he liked it, so very cool with him. Also, Rhett Titus, I met him one time at one of my jobs, and Rhett Titus did not think, he thought that when I said that I was a pro wrestling fan, he thought I was going to be the guy who's like, yeah, I watched the WWF, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a big WWE fan. And he kind of was like getting ready to blow me off. And then I was like, yeah, I watch New Japan, ESW, locally. I watch Boom Boom. I started running through everything, Lucha Underground. And he looked at me like, oh, this dude's cool. Yeah. And then he like started talking to me for a minute. So Rhett Titus, shout out to you too. All Night Express, one of my favorite tag teams though.
I was a big fan of theirs back in the day.
Good play off the Midnight Express. Did you like when Aries was managing them?
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag taint to tip. Watch Chris Van Vliet if you do not know what that's for. But this match was all about the All Night Express and their beef with each other and who was better. Even in the promo video package, it seemed like Kenny was trying to motivate Rhett Titus, but he's on a different mindset right now. And he said, listen, I was the Shawn Michaels of our team, and you're just punk-ass Marty Jannetty, which I thought was pretty foul to say about Marty Jannetty.
Yeah. Say what's up to Matthew Lopez.
Hey, what's up, Matt Lopez and Sonny Bimbo? What's going on from Michigan? What's up, brother? Good to have you in here. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you guys like Ring of Honor reviews, how many of us are in love with Quinn McKay? Hey. ANX are so awesome they were. Yeah, I agree, Matt. They had a really good match here, I thought. A little bit of back and forth. It did exactly what it needed to. I wish this would have got more time and more focus instead of being on the pre-show. But I get it from where it's so weird to see where like Rhett Titus is, so I understand that part of it. But Kenny King won the G1 Supercard Rumble,
Right.
and he was like facing the world champion. Now he's like back down. I don't know. There's too many highs and lows from where he jumps in between, but he can fit in anywhere. Tag division, TV title, world title, and Kenny King's gonna deliver. In this match, though, they did a lot of portrayal of, I don't know if it was Rhett Titus's real wife that was in the crowd, but they were showing like her with the baby, Kenny King saying stuff to her, and eventually Kenny King hits a low blow after a distraction from Amy Rose, hits the Royal Flush, 1, 2, 3, taunts Rhett Titus, and a GG takes the L. C+ for me, guys.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Seems fair, right?
Oh yeah, definitely fair.
Brian Zane then interviews the bouncers who are ringside.
The bouncers were there?
Yeah, they were ringside for the pre-show,
Oh,
drinking
okay.
beers, talking about the Ravens. They tried to pander to the crowd, really didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if those fans weren't Ravens fans or what, but they weren't feeling it.
Probably not.
Oh my goodness, I'm reading terrible things about Marty Jannetty in the chat right now. Somebody get this under control about Marty Jannetty.
You started it.
Nah, bro, but they're bringing up other stories. I didn't talk about Marty Jannetty banging his daughter. Come on, guys.
Whoa!
That's another story for another time.
Got it.
So let's see here. Let's get into this. RJ saying, I don't like where the trend is going. They don't need the titles. They're over without them. We need more people to subscribe. Thank you, Jesus, for saying that. Something tells me this is Kenny King versus Rhett Titus is just starting out. I agree. This feud is going to continue on, and maybe we see them as a tag team potentially, too. What if we see a reunited All Night Express? Would you mind it?
I would be down with that.
Yeah. That would be good for quote unquote business.
Once we get out of this next match and then these guys can add a little bit more to it, I really want you guys to hear some of the thoughts Donnie was bringing up during the show. Derek scares me a little bit for what he's gonna say, but all right. So next match we had was Jeff Cobb and Dan Maff. Live chat, what do you think of Dan Maff? He's a big burly type dude. I just want some thoughts on it because this was like probably my second time seeing him. Not bad. He came in and delivered. Him and Jeff Cobb have like a clash of styles though, very similar. So I didn't know how this was gonna work. But Dan Maff is signed to an exclusive contract with Ring of Honor, so not a bad deal. Jeff Cobb, beast. I don't have to say anything else. One of my favorites. You can put him in there with a Will Ospreay, a Dan Maff. It doesn't matter because Jeff Cobb is going to shine. Shout out to the Monster Matanza from Lucha Underground. He hit 2 Tour of the Islands in this one. There was a little handshake and a little kind of like slapping bro stuff back and forth, but it was out of respect.
Yeah.
And it got the job done. I gave this one a B-. I thought that the matches on the pre-show set themselves very nice to getting better and better. And like Matt Lopez, who brought it up in the chat, shout out to Matt, the second match with Rhett Titus and Kenny King, I really think there's more for them to still do with that going forward. Yes, Cobb is one of my favorites too. Goober, you know what I'm talking about. Trent talking about, I'll get into that, Ori. I'm sorry. I'm trying to save some of that stuff for the end. I see people are ready to talk about the main event. I know. We'll get into it. I promise you guys. Let's get into the main show. So that was all done. We start off with Brody King on commentary. We have the villain Marty Scurll and the mercenary Flip Gordon versus Bandido and Flamita. Me and Donnie watched most of this. D, did you get a chance to catch parts?
I came in like halfway.
At the end, right?
Well, yeah, like to the end, like halfway to the end. Yeah.
Were you shocked they kicked off with this, Donnie?
Yes, I was very shocked because I came in just in time for this match, and I was like, this is the first match, like, because, you know, the whole thing about Marty, like, this is his last show or whatever, but he's actually booked for a show tomorrow, right?
Yes, yeah, we saw he's booked for the Fallout from Final Battle, so they've got a lot of things still potentially can happen with Marty, Villain Enterprises, and everything else. They still have the 6-man titles too in Ring of Honor. They're doing a lot of different things. So my question is, could this be the last time we see Marty in Ring of Honor coming up? This could be his last run here.
I really believe so.
Listen, guys, I can see NXT UK. I have visions of him and Walter fighting. Don't ask me why. I could just see it. I also could see him.
Would be an amazing match.
But the problem is, then what does he do after that? Then he would be like the star of that brand. You have NXT. I can see him North American Championship, even the NXT title scene. Mm-hmm. You've got AEW. All his friends are there. He's got options. He could even go to New Japan if he wanted to. He has options. I know Smart to Death, JPQ, Mr. Warren Hayes were all talking about it. Derek, where do you want to see the villain go?
Honestly, it can go either way for me. You know, he can go to NXT and I'd be happy with it, or he can go to AEW and I would still be happy with it. He can go to New Japan and I'd still be happy with it. Marty Scurll is just that kind of wrestler that, whether you think he fits in or not, when he shows you what he can do, he's gonna fit in.
It works, yeah.
I really want to see Marty in AEW just because he will, be back with the boys, man. Be back with the elite.
It would be nice. We have to see what happens. Ooh, RJ said Marty to NWA. I think Marty would fit in well in NWA. He could do some things.
Yeah.
NWA's that old school wrestling. And if you guys didn't know, we'll have a review here tomorrow. Cheap plug. So make sure you guys join us for that. Let's get into this match, though. Villain Enterprises came out with some pretty sweet baseball jerseys. Ring of Honor, make sure you sell those. I like the...
that part I didn't see.
Yeah, they came out with some... They had them on throughout the whole time, but I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. Nice baseball jerseys they came out with.
Cool.
Oh, those were dope, because when they got in the ring, they had them on. So, yeah, those were nice. I would buy one. If they sold them, I would buy one.
I like it. Match starts with Code of Honor. They shook hands with Bandido and Flamita, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm crapping on them. These guys did amazing work in this match. We had a very cool tornado DDT spot on Flamita. Flamita bounces up from the DDT into a super kick from Flip Gordon. I thought that was very well placed. And the finish of the match comes from a 619, where then Bandido bounced off the ropes and was supposed to do like a roll up or a German on Marty and Flip. It was too convoluted. I felt the ending was a little bit corny for this. Like, you were doing way too much where a guy's on the outside, he's 619ing the other guy suplexes his partner, and the other guy pens his partner. You don't need all that shit, man. Right. All right? Just hit the move, do it, let it be done. These guys are too good for all that, and you needed perfection for that to work, and it just wasn't perfect when they did it. I didn't like that finish. I gave it a grade of a B-. What did you guys think of that match?
I agree, B-.
Yeah.
There was a lot of cool moments of Bandido doing crazy flips here and there. Yeah, it was pretty wild.
I feel like if that was supposed to be a German super, I get they couldn't do it the way that I'm thinking that they should have been able to do it.
It was the bounce.
It was too many.
What happened was the bounce didn't go as fast as the 619, so then he was on the side and he kind of like waited and it stalled a little.
Yeah, I think that's what the problem was. That was one of the problems for me. Like, the other problem probably would have been, I would have liked to have seen the 619 done, and then they get backed up off the ropes, and then it turned into a German suplex. Like, I felt like that would have been a lot better. Yeah, it would have looked smoother. But like I said, these guys are perfectionists, and that DDT into the super kick was perfect. You could have even ended the match off something like that. That was really good. Well done, B-. I would say one of the better matches on the show, in my opinion. From what I saw, yeah.
Next up, we have Matt Taven. That's his boy. Matt Taven versus Vincent, who is... what is it, Vinny Marseglia?
Yeah.
So they come out here. Vincent basically turned on the kingdom. TKO O'Reilly, he's out. I don't know if he's injured or what happened, but he's out for now. And Matt Taven versus Vincent is the match here. They did a lot of stuff in here, but I wasn't feeling this match. I don't know what it is. Like, Matt Taven's a former world champion. I feel like I should feel something more, but I just didn't care.
And I'm a Matt Taven fan, and I really didn't enjoy this match. I don't know what it was. Just maybe because the story I didn't care about, or...
It was straight garbage.
Yeah, I mean...
It was okay. Let me stop. It wasn't garbage. I think my issue with it was for the simple fact, like, you showed the vignette of him turning on Matt Taven, but what was the motivation for him to turn on him for?
It's not really explained, but he's supposed to kind of be a creepy character, so I get that in this. Vincent won with a cutter for the win, I think. You guys said he hung him up on the top rope. I kind of turned my head when it happened. And then we saw Tyler Bateman come out, and this isn't Tyler Bate from NXT UK, so make sure you type in Tyler Bateman. He was the guy they signed, and he's got the big, curly, vaudevillain-style mustache. And he came out with a V on his hand. Looked like V for Vendetta, in my opinion. Yeah. And they were trying to say, does it stand for 5? Is it for Vincent? What is this for? And they kind of tried to speculate on what it is. I think it's a faction that they're going to start. Maybe it's called Vendetta. I think that would be smart to do.
Listen, the fact that he said the V might have meant 5, like are there 5 more kids?
Well, Roman numerals.
That was dumb.
That was Roman numerals. Come on. It's wrestling. WrestleMania.
I will say there was one spot in this match that I really liked when Vincent pulled up the mat and concrete floor.
Yeah.
Did I think it was a brain buster or was it like a suplex?
I want to say it was supposed to be a brain buster, but I think he decided against it and did it
because it was on the concrete.
Yeah, but it was perfect. Like, just it didn't look sloppy. Like, it was just old school.
And Matt Lopez brought up Bateman is a beast, scary dude, 100% Matt. And they actually destroyed Matt Taven's knee in this too with the steel chair with the 2x4 putting it there. Yeah. It looked odd. I don't know what they were trying to do with the really 2x4. Yeah. I was like, okay, I guess you're gonna hit that instead. So
I think what was supposed to happen, if you do this logically, what was supposed to happen was you put the 2x4 between the person's feet. They can't move the legs, supposedly. And then what Vincent was supposed to do was take the chair to the side of his legs. And that was supposed to be like, all right, like I just broke your ankle or your knee.
Yeah.
Because that's what the 2x4 was. It was supposed to stop him from moving. And I'm like, now I'm really going to destroy your career. But that's just me. Maybe Vincent wasn't looking at it that way. Some people have a different perception of how they're supposed to do things.
Yeah, I'm giving this a C-. That was a little bit rough here. But let's get into the street fight next. Street fight was Mark Haskins versus Bully Ray. Can we just say when this started out? So Mark Haskins is making his entrance with his wife. They kind of show the whole disrespect from the previous pay-per-views, which I've reviewed, which are in the archive if you guys want to go back and check them out. If this is your first time seeing me review Ring of Honor. And they go through the whole history of what's been going on with Bully Ray and Mark Haskins. On the way to the ring, Bully Ray interrupts their entrance, and he throws a board wrapped in barbed wire just right onto Mark Haskins and cut him open. Freaking terrible. That's fine. He hit him in the back, whatever.
And he just came out of nowhere.
Just blasted him. And then, Derek, what happened after that?
Oh, man. What? Oh,
his wife
got it the worst.
Or was it his girlfriend? I don't know if it's his wife or his girl, but his girl, we'll say.
Yeah. We'll say his girl. So she didn't notice this, and then as soon as she did, tried to get in Bully Ray's face, he took that board with the barbed wire to her face. And that was a done deal.
Went flat.
That was a done deal. Like,
yeah, you just heard "oh" from the crowd. They were going nuts for it. I just was shocked. I couldn't believe he did that. Didn't Ian call him a son of a bitch on commentary? Yeah. And I've never heard Ian swear on commentary. If someone else has heard another time, let me know.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever heard him swearing.
It sounded so weird. I was like, oh, he's pissed. In this match, they used metal barricades, kendo sticks, a cheese grater, and a ladder. Really crazy. Now, this is some of the stuff that I would like to see more from Ring of Honor in these types of matches. At one point, Mark Haskins said, "Hit me, you P-U-S-S, I can't say the rest." And he yelled it out loud, and there was an even very loud and audible F-U. We won't say that. Those are words for when Derek reviews bad pay-per-views. He said
TLC
F-U.
coming on the way.
Chill.
Hell in the Cell in the past.
F-U. I thought that was really good stuff. Reminded me of ECW. I felt like this match was supposed to be ECW. What did you feel from it, Donnie?
Definitely, Bully Ray, man, the ECW legend. So, yeah, it had a little bit of it, the ECW feel. Man, but, I mean, the whole time, he was just kendo stick, chairs, throwing him everywhere into something, you know.
Yeah, it definitely was reminiscent of ECW. Although I do have to say, No, I'll get to that to the end of the match. I'll talk about.
All right, so we get in towards the finish of the match. So we saw a power bomb through the barbed wire board table or whatever, and then afterwards, so the table doesn't break, which was the theme of tonight. Hashtag I am the table.
That's what I was gonna get into. I'm like, what was up with the tables tonight? Man?
I am the table for Botchamania. This is gonna be all over this. Table didn't break, so then Bully Ray just jumps on top of Mark Haskins, which I love because I would have did the same thing if it didn't break. And then he did the Muda taunt after, which made it even better.
Yes,
that was my favorite part of the match, where he's like, and I was just like, Bully Ray, you are the man. Thank you for doing that. Afterwards, he clotheslined the ref. The ref took the smoothest clothesline I've seen in a while.
Yeah, that was a smooth bump there.
Dude, he went right down. So then Haskins' wife comes in, and I thought Bully Ray was setting up for that classic, that senton bomb he always does where he never hits it off the second rope. Mm-hmm. His wife comes in with the cheese grater on the side of his leg. I don't know what was stuck there. Maybe it was hot and sticky during the match. I don't know. I can let it pass. Cheese grater to his private parts, as Howard Stern would say. And he was stuck there as they were getting graded. Haskins gets up. They both throw him through a table. Haskins then hits a double stomp, a.k.a. a coup de grace. You're wondering what that is, for the 1, 2, 3. I thought that this was an all right match. I didn't really like the finish. I thought a double stomp was kind of weak.
The double stomp was weak. I didn't, because there was nothing.
He said, "Be one with the table." I love you, original Biggie.
I mean, like,
it's just
Haskins and his girl throw him off the second ropes onto the table, and then you come in with the double stomp. I'm like, that's not really a good way to end this.
Yeah, I think you kind of expected more for what the feud was built up to be, but it was in the middle of the card. I'm okay with it. I thought it was a solid B- match. You could agree with that, boys?
Yeah,
Concur?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, next up we had Colt Cabana versus Alex Shelley. Guys, I'm not going to front. I missed a lot of this, and I was relying on them, and they said they felt like this was a very basic match.
It was, honestly, guys, that's what it felt like. I mean, people in the chat, let me know. What did you think of that match?
Yeah, definitely, because
it wasn't bad. It was just normal, basic wrestling.
It was technical wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, it was technical as far as when you talk about pinning somebody.
But do you feel like that's what they were bringing up though, like with the old school Ring of Honor and the promo though? That's what I was thinking. Maybe that's why they did it like that. Like, let's go back to what Ring of Honor used to be. Where we had all this technical wrestling. The problem is now other companies are doing Ring of Honor style better than they used to. You know what I mean? They were known for the craziness.
This is absolutely true.
And now Ring of Honor to me is doing like old school style wrestling now, and they have to kind of continue in that way. I don't know. Rob said it was there. I didn't see too much of this match, but it didn't sound like I hated it either. From what I did see, it didn't look bad. It was
simple.
Just two Ring of Honor legends in there going at it. It ends with a crucifix pen. Who got the win? Shelley, you guys said?
Shelley, yeah.
Alex Shelley gets the victory. He needed it more than Colt. Colt's on commentary. He's got something to do.
Well, Rob said should have been a pre-show match the way this card was. I agree.
You read my notes, Rob? Because I have that in here as far as the same thing. I felt like maybe the Kenny King match or the Jeff Cobb match could have went in this spot as well, but I think they did it for the fans who want the classic Ring of Honor people back. Maybe that's an issue that they're noticing. I don't know. Not mad at it, though. We are getting there. Sonny said, what was the biggest pop of the night to you guys?
The biggest pop?
Yeah.
I would probably have to say...
I think the end of the night, the main event for me.
No,
really?
I think at the end, the main event... How it finished, I think that might have been the biggest. Ooh, actually, no, we're about to get into your biggest pop.
That's what I was about to say. Okay,
All right. So, next match, guys, we're going to talk about it right now. Maria Manic versus Angelina Love. This match, Maria Manic is Man-Eater, a.k.a. Teddy Hart's girlfriend. Do you want
Shout out to Teddy Hart.
Yeah, and the cat. Do you want to tell them about that weird YouTube channel that they've got, like with their vlogs?
So, just... short of it, they're a couple and they basically show their daily lives, and most of the time I feel like Teddy's just having the phone out and he's just staring at it without saying
They have very weird vlogs, so if you guys are ever bored and you want to travel down a rabbit hole on YouTube,
they're really a cute couple. It's weird how they edit their show. I don't know.
Maria
Manic, Angelina Love. Angelina Love got destroyed in this, bro.
She definitely did. And it did what it was supposed to do. Maria Manic came in as, I'm here to dominate. You pissed me off.
She slammed her on a table.
Yeah.
Like, she just walked around taking stuff from people. She had a drink, a scarf that was Burberry walking around. She just did not care. It was, like, perfect, though.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
No, go ahead, Don.
She is a beast. She looks good in the ring. Even though, this was just total domination. Like,
dude,
I felt bad for Angelina Love.
Derek had a good line where Angelina jumped off the top rope and went for, like, a body press. Yeah. And she caught her, and she was supposed to do a fall-away slam, but she did it so fast into it because she was going to drop her that she was just like, I don't care.
She if anybody feels like that was a botch, I'm not considering that a botch. What I consider that is the body, the crossbody was supposed to happen. I think Maria Manic caught her own self off guard, because she, if you go back and look at it, she looked away for a second as what's her name?
Andrea Love.
Yes, as she was getting up to the top ropes. Mm-hmm. Then she looked back to see her. So as she was moving, I think she didn't have herself set enough to say, all right, I'm ready for you. So then once she caught her and stumbled, to me, she
recovered.
Yeah, that was a great recovery, because it was like, that could have been a serious botch.
What up, Nelson? I see you in the chat. That was, I thought it was well done. The fans were very lively for this. I think they wanted to see that Samoa Joe type of domination that they missed.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was the biggest pop. To us, that was the biggest
pop.
Like
the crowd was alive for this one. And the match, it wasn't a match. It was just total domination.
Time out. I have to read this. Robert says, and I quote, "Remember a few months ago when people were shitting on her first run in ROH, saying she's super green and can't work when she hasn't had a match yet? Pepperidge Farm remembers, because now they were cheering for her tonight." Rob, good point. Yes. Good stuff here. And Matt Lopez agrees with you, Derek. Made that botch look badass. I gave this another B-.
Yeah.
I thought solid match.
And I hope, because of... there needs to be more women in the division, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
the Women of Honor division... I don't know.
If you got her doing that kind of stuff, you need to find more...
Yeah, you gotta have somebody that can go up against
the problem
they
is...
They will kill it.
I feel like I expect more from this Women of Honor division. I thought once they had, like, Tennille Dashwood that it was going to pick up, but it just never got there.
Right.
Yeah, they're just missing that extra powerhouse. And
I'm laughing at Jesus. Stop it, Jesus. Made me laugh. Yeah, they just need more different type of competitors. I want to see women maybe from Mexico. Look all over the world. Something.
So there's another female that you can find out there that would be like, all right.
Absolutely. Like Japan, UK. UK alone, there's a lot of tough girls out there, man.
Yes.
That, give them a chance.
That's all you got to do.
They have to do it. He said, I feel like they will get more. Okay, Matt. King Savage says it's weak like AEW's women's division. I think this is way weaker
way weaker. Way weaker.
AEW's looks like NXT compared to...
AEW has been kind of stepping it up lately.
And Matt Lopez brings up a good point. Tennille Dashwood ain't doing shit in Impact. They haven't been using her. But, Matt, if you watch Chris Van Vliet's interview, her contract is very weird. She can kind of do whatever she wants. Impact got to say they signed her, but she does whatever she wants when she wants. Kelly Klein tried her best, but management said piss. Whoa, I can't say that. Come on now,
Rob.
Yeah, they definitely disrespected Kelly Klein, who is still your Woman of Honor champion. You have chaos with that. I'm not even getting into that tonight. It's not worth it.
I don't understand it.
That's hard to understand.
Let's get into the Ring of Honor television title match. We have Dragon Lee, who will be called Ryu Lee, I guess, in New Japan. I don't know what's going on with this.
I just found out about this earlier.
Versus Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor has been crushing it as the television champion. Shout out to my boy Montezzi. He makes songs for everybody, and he does Shane Taylor songs. So if you haven't listened to that, give my boy Montezzi a listen and tell him EPW sent you. This was a weird kind of match. They went back and forth, and then towards the end, it just didn't line up the way they wanted it to a couple of times. I guess we could talk about the finish right here, right now. They slid a chain into the ring, and eventually Dragon Lee got his hands on it, but it eventually went around his foot, and he used it to try and get the win in the match.
His ankle.
Yeah, he tied it around, used it for a kick to the face on Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor kicked out originally. Then he went for a Mexican Destroyer, which looked horrible.
Well, first off, when he kicked out, he kicked out pretty fast.
Oh, at one.
Yeah,
a one count.
He was definitely one, boom, and he was right up, but there was a reason for that.
Yeah. Shane Taylor does deserve all the respect, Matt Lopez, because he was a great television champion in my opinion. Someone who used to team with Keith Lee. Shane Taylor's done it all, and to hear that Ring of Honor may not re-sign him was kind of sad too. And I know we're speculating on all the Joey Mercury tweets and everything else. I hope that they reconsider that one at least though. Like, come on, dude.
They should.
So he kicks out. They mess up the Destroyer, and then they do another running knee to the face for the 1, 2, 3. I thought that this was a title change I expected to happen because of the rumors. I give this a C+, but what do you think of this? Like, are you more excited for his New Japan stuff, or what do you think, Donnie?
Of course I'm excited for his New Japan stuff. I ain't gonna lie.
Can't be wrong about it, man. His new Japan work is definitely gonna be top notch.
Yeah. Really good stuff here. I'm a fan. Rob said the same thing. Ryu means dragon in certain Japanese dialects. And I get that, but
you are absolutely right, Rob.
I just thought we would see more. Like you just changed the name in New Japan, so why isn't that your name everywhere else? So I'm kind of confused with it, but whatever, it's fine. Don't be stalked, kids, like Bray Wyatt.
Learn that from Street Fighter. Alan.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Ryu and Ken, baby.
Hadouken!
Copyright, guys, chill with that. ROH tag team titles. We had PJ Black on commentary for this one. Felt kind of weird that he was on commentary.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but maybe they wanted to have him featured on the show.
I want to know why wasn't he booked?
I think he's injured, isn't he?
Is he?
I think so. I thought I heard he was. Maybe I'm wrong. But ROH tag titles. We had Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham. Can I say Jonathan Gresham's entrance attire? Really badass. I like the octopus feel. Cool, yeah. Reminds me of some Pirates of the Caribbean. He wears like a mask that comes over with the tentacles hanging down.
It is probably. I wonder if it's supposed to be Mask of the Kraken.
Maybe.
Could
be. That's not bad. Sonny says he digs New Japan. Wouldn't have taken the belt off Taylor, but he'll be fine unless that rumor about his contract. That's what I think we could go with on that, Rob. Back to this tag title match. So the Briscoes come out.
Them boys.
Yes. Donnie, you like the spot here with the double drop kick on the apron?
Yeah. I think it was Jonathan
Gresham.
Gresham just came out of nowhere and did this double kick to the. I think it was Jay's knee, or Mark's knee. Like, it just looked perfect. Great spot.
One of the best wrestlers. I always think Jonathan Gresham's one of the dudes who can hang with ZSJ as far as the in-ring technical wrestling stuff. Mm-hmm. Really, really good. What did you think of this match, D? What was your thoughts on it? Tired of the Briscoes? Are the Briscoes a staple that you need to keep around?
As of right now, I would say the Briscoes are a staple that you need to keep around. But in the same token of breath, this match was underwhelming for me.
Ooh, harsh. I get it, though. You're being honest about it. Donnie, what did you think of... Well, give him the finish first, because you saw that, and you had a pretty good... the Doomsday device.
Yes, the Doomsday... the boys were about to go for a Doomsday device, and then...
Don't tap your hand.
Sorry, the excitement. Who was it?
Who was up there? You said Lethal was up, and Gresham pulled him?
Was up on... I think it was Mark's shoulders, and then
Jay's on the top.
Jay's on top, and then Jonathan Gresham came out of nowhere, pushed him off, and then Jay Lethal
victory roll.
1, 2, 3. That's it. They are the new tag champs. Did not see that coming, honestly.
No.
Live chat. Does this lead to like a ladders war match? Like I feel like these guys need to have a Donnybrook. Like I want to see a street fight, something else with them.
I could go for a Donnybrook right now.
Yeah, just a brawl, dude. I want to see them fight. I don't want to see all this technical stuff. I know they can do that. I've seen Jay Lethal and Jay Briscoe wrestle enough times. I get it. Yeah. I want to see a fight now between these two tag teams.
A fight would definitely be nice.
We got some Ryu comments going down in there. I gave this a B- for what I saw. I saw most of the match except for the finish.
Yeah.
Briscoes have been having ladder wars for years, so I get why this would be underwhelming. Yeah, tough. I said B-. What do you think, D?
I got a B-. I got a B-.
So you just expected way more because I thought this was going to be a really good match too.
Yeah, no, because I think like like I said, the issue was the Briscoes. The Briscoes are a stable that Ring of Honor needs to keep as long as they can. But with given the history of the Briscoes, Johnny Gresham, and Jay Lethal on just their single matches, I felt like there should have been way more action than there was.
Matt says little early for a ladder, but he feels a fight without honor would be a good one. I could get down with that too. That's fine. Like I said, I would prefer a street fight between them. That's what I think. Let's get to the main event. ROH World Title on the line. We got PCO versus Roosh. I missed the entrances for this. I was dealing with the intern, and we have to get him real soon because he's in there going nuts. But Hearst was out there. I don't know when this happened.
I don't know either. Dude,
live chat.
Didn't
PCO come out through the curtains, not with a hearse? Please let this man know.
I don't know. The commentary said it. I was like, these two weren't paying attention.
Yeah, that would have been a cool entrance, but that's not what happened.
All right. So the hearse is smoking in this match. PCO is doing what they normally do, both these guys. They do their spots, the drop kicks at the corners, the taunts, everything was perfect. PCO even did a dive through the middle rope into a cannonball flip. Jean-Pierre Lafitte, whatever you want to call this man, perfection at 51 years old. This dude is a monster. I'm telling you. There's no way that someone his age should be doing this. This is a great, incredible run for this dude. I'm so happy for him.
It definitely was.
Eventually, he's getting tired. He's going up the ramp, and they're worried about him. Like, well, maybe he is human. Maybe he can't hang in there. Until we see Desto come out. Did he come out the hearse or from the back?
He came from the back.
He came out from the back. I don't know where this dude came from. Hooked PCO up to the car. Like, he ripped the grill out, and then you saw the sparks flying from him, and PCO went nuts. The fans popped for this shit.
They did.
Derek was not happy with it. He did not feel this. I loved it. You loved it.
I absolutely loved it. Because, we know his backstory that,
he drove it to the arena smoking all, Rob said.
Rob, why you lying, man? Why you lying?
Yeah, so don't lie to the people, Rob. He ain't riding on hers.
Yo, you guys are hating right now.
Nah.
So they end up fighting on top of the hearse. We saw choke slams, people getting leg dropped on it. The brawl continues. They get back into the ring. Roosh is using doors, which is probably gonna be on Botchamania.
3 doors.
Those doors were looking a little flimsy. Donnie was laughing at him when he was pulling them out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one you can see where it was cut.
Yeah, and it was like cardboard on it, but whatever. It's wrestling. We get it. So they have the doors. They're using them in this, and PCO hits a moonsault. You think it's the 1, 2 kick out by Roosh. Roosh comes in there ready to kick and beat ass. They fight a little bit more, but eventually PCO hits a moonsault through the table for the 1, 2, 3. Now, they were in the chat talking about 50-year-old champions. I don't give a damn what you say. PCO has been having an amazing run, and I'm not mad that they gave him the championship here. He is now the oldest Ring of Honor champion in history, and I love these storylines, and I wish they would do more of them where an old veteran is trying to get his last run. Christopher Daniels, I thought they did a good job with his, too. He never won it. Really good stuff.
Even like Tim Storm being NWA World Champion.
Rob's yelling PCO Saul. Did anybody think Marty was going to turn on PCO and Flip and Brody?
Nah,
I couldn't see that.
That was just a family moment. Like, our boy won the world title.
Yeah, I like it. I was happy for PCO. Really good stuff. I'm glad, but Matt, that doesn't mean something won't happen at the Fallout show. I think that there's room for things to happen from this.
Yeah. So something is definitely bound to change.
I gave this one a B-.
Agreed. It was a good match. You know, Roosh was getting the best of PCO from the beginning, and then, you know, going up to the hearse, that's when things started getting crazier. And then after PCO being recharged, doors and tables.
Right. I don't give a damn about Jericho being old or PCO being old.
Man.
Let them rock as champions, bro.
It's like hip-hop, y'all. It's like everyone complains about how, let's say, Eminem is, you know, up there now, or Jay-Z is up there now, and, you know.
I'm complaining about Nick Cannon.
We're not even doing this right now. Rest in peace to Nick Cannon. We're not talking about this.
But you know what I mean, though? It's like, no matter what age you are, if you are able to do the talent you were born with,
let him rock. Look at LL Cool J can get on the stage today and perform all his hit songs, and he'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Stop licking your lips. Stop touching yourself. Sorry, that's a rock line.
LL with the buttercream lotion.
Overall thoughts on this show, guys. Let me say this: I don't think PCO is a long-term champion. PCO may drop the belt right back to Roosh. It's gonna be fine. Like, I'm not worried about it.
I thought it was an awesome moment. I agree with you. I don't think this is going to be a long title run. But that was definitely met up.
Rob brought up a good point. Remember when Jerry Lynn beat Nigel McGuinness for the belt? Wasn't mad, had it for a couple weeks.
True.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like PCO will have it for a couple weeks. You know, like 2 to 3 weeks, I'd say.
Overall grade for this show, guys. I'm giving it a C+.
C+. Yeah.
I took it down a little bit. There were a lot of things that we kind of let pass and slide, but I didn't want to hurt the talent either by saying, like, oh, they messed this up, they messed that up, because they went out there and did what they were supposed to do still.
Exactly.
They got the job done and finished it. Nick Cannon's so dumb. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I give it a C+. I'm looking forward to the next one. Yeah, thank you for the Christmas wish, Sonny. I appreciate you, brother.
Have a good Christmas.
But as far as Ring of Honor, ladies and gentlemen, I hope something will happen in 2020.
Oh, and Rob said Jericho winning was necessary, and PCO was selling a narrative, which I'm all for. I agree, Rob.
Yeah.
So, not mad at it. We will have to see what happens with Ring of Honor going forward. I hope you guys appreciate these reviews. I know there's not too many of them online, so if you like them, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of this show. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Tell me, and if you think Ring of Honor needs to change some things, tell me down below what they need to change. Who do they need to bring in? What changes do you want to see so Ring of Honor can see this stuff? Guys, thank you for joining me. If you guys don't see me again, have a Merry Christmas. If not, I will be back tomorrow with an NWA Into the Fire! Into the Fire! Yeah, we'll be back with a review for that, so make sure you check us out. I cannot wait to watch that show. And tomorrow's Derek's birthday, so make sure you wish him a happy birthday. We are out. Thank you guys so much. Peace.